it. Who's got the people capable of kicking a two or a one-pointer?
Well, Graham Holroyd's name stands out a mile, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And one player I want to single out is Sean Penkovic. I thought he's been absolutely outstanding. He's been a real live wire for Halifax. He sparked them up. Warrants he's run the ball out. They're going to have to get in that position. It's not just about the kick, Eddie. It's about getting into the position to take the kick. And you're right to point out Holroyd. He's certainly well able to hit it, although the last effort he had was a little bit wide.
Well, this is vital because it will decide who kicks off, who gets the ball.
Kick off. Which way do you want to play? As you are. As you are. Kick that way.
And they are staying as they were at the end of the match, and it looks like Featherstone are going to kick off.
Now you got opportunities here to play for a try and play to set up position as well. So, I mean, the mistake would be, and we've seen it happen sometimes in Australia with goal and point, the team will rush out to try and charge down the kicker. Next thing, the ball will be shifted through the hands and the try will be scored. So the defending team has got to be on red alert here, and don't just focus solely on the kicker if you think they're setting up for a one-pointer.
Nerves will be jangling here, won't they?
I mean, this is
I mean, a whole season comes down to this.
Absolutely. Tom Saxton, he's been outstanding as well for Featherstone.
All right, they're ready for us. Back to Bill.
A game that kicked off 2.5 hours ago is still going on. Massive marathon effort from these two sides. Okay, they had a long break while that stand was evacuated, but we are still going into the night here. It's like a tennis final as well. This is like a Wimbledon final or something from the US Open. But it's Halifax in possession. Now they're looking to get up the other end of the field. Remember, 1 point will do. And Penkovic with a great drive has got them almost halfway there.
Well, both of these teams now, they've got to be disciplined. They can't invite the opposition down into their end of the park.
4, discipline overs, wait.
Maloney plays the ball just inside his own half. Here's Michaeli Izu. And Michaeli Izu with a great offload. And Royston onto Maloney now. Scruffy play the ball. Black will go for it. It cannons off Liam Finn. And I think they're going to get another set of 6, are they? They are!
Was that a charge down, or did he turn his back?
Well, the referee, Robert Hicks, said he made a play for it. So, what more could Halifax want? First attempt fails, but they get the ball back.
3.
And this time, surely, Graham Holroyd will say to Ben Black, listen, just leave it to me.
Go.
Yeah, correct decision from the referee, Robert Hicks.
Now then, here's Sam Barlow. Oh, this is surely the position now. But it's Black who's going to go for it. Black for the 1 point to win the grand final for Halifax, and he's done it! Ben Black strikes. It hasn't taken Halifax long. And the golden point and the glory goes to Halifax. Featherstone are heartbroken. And it's that man, Ben Black, who has got the golden point for his side. A team that were on the ropes at 22 points to 4 down and seemingly heading for defeat have come back to snatch it in extra time. Despair for Featherstone. But the glory to Halifax, beaten 3 times this season and beaten pretty emphatically by this Featherstone Rovers side. Written off before this game, a club with problems off the field. But they have put everything right tonight. And they owe it to that man, Ben Black.
What an incredible performance from this Halifax team. To come back in the manner that they did speaks volumes about them as people, about the way they've been coached. Everybody was watching Graham Holroyd, expecting him to get the kick. It was possibly on the wrong side of the pitch for Graham Holroyd, and it was Ben Black who stepped up to the mark. It's been one of the strangest days of my life, this. One of the strangest games of rugby league. Matt Calland is delighted.
The side that was beaten here by the Barrow Raiders last season has got satisfaction this time round, and they've come back strongly, not just from that disappointment, but from the fact that they seem to be on their way to defeat again. And Ben Black, his first drop goal since 2004, has made it a disappointing night for Darryl Powell and his side, but Ben Black is very much the man of the moment. He is the man with the golden boot, and he's with Rod now.
Ben, there's been a lot of famous moments in Halifax's history. They'll be talking about that drop goal for a long time to come. Just tell us about it from your perspective.
Mate, it's one of the best moments of my career, and mate, it was the hardest 80 minutes I've played in a long time. Come down to that extra time and could have went either way, and you know, we put it down. I think we were on top for most of that second half, and drop that goal was just amazing. You know, we've had a tough year, and it's just topped it off, and I'm just so proud of the boys, and you know, Featherstone, to their credit, mate, they're an awesome side, and I think the best team on the day, but mate, I'm just happy as.
Around about halfway through the second half, you looked like you're going to be on the wrong end of a caning, because it was 22-4 and they were starting to look like they were going to cut loose. Where did that comeback come from?
Mate, our outside's full of belief, and you know, that's all we were saying through the whole game. We believe in each other, and I think we showed it. You know, Featherstone are a great side, and us to come back to that and win it is astronomical, and man, I'm just so proud, and you know, I just can't wait to celebrate with the boys now and really enjoy the moment.
We won't keep you any longer. Go on, Ben. Thanks very much. Matt Callan comes in. I'll tell you what kind of a day has this been for you and everyone connected with Halifax Rugby League Club, Matt?
Just tremendous, so pleased. You know, we saved the best performance of the season for the grand final. I thought we were really good in the first half, and we're just unbelievable in the second half. You know, to win by a point, there's never a dull moment with this team. That just sums up our season.
A hand on heart, come on, you were 18 points behind, around about 55 minutes into this game. Did you honestly believe there was a chance of a comeback from there?
Always believe that. That's all we've talked about in the camp all week. We needed to believe it, and we certainly did that tonight.
And then you missed a couple of drop goal shots in normal time. Graham Holroyd tried to let Ben Black have a go. Again, did you feel your chances gone in normal time when Graham missed those couple of shots?
No, I had a feeling we were going to snick it at the end of the game there. We've trained all week on the pitch without any posts, so we've not been able to practice drop goals, but you know, it paid off in the end, even though we didn't practice.
I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of tough moments in this season, Matt. It's ended on a terrific note. Well done. Go and celebrate. Thanks very much for talking to us.
Thanks a lot. Can I just say to my mum in America who's watching it live from California, I am Mum Ken.
I bet she enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Matt.
Hands across the seas for Matt Calland and Ben Black with the golden point, and Darryl Powell, well, he must be absolutely heartbroken. They were 22 points to 4 up. They were coasting it, and they took the foot off the gas. I mean, it's an old saying, the cue went on the rack, Brian.
Well, yeah, I think there was a bit of that, Eddie, probably in it, and also we'd give credit, wouldn't we, to Halifax.
Halifax
yeah,
were terrific.
Absolutely, they were dogged and they stuck in there, and really, I didn't give them a chance coming into this. I thought this Featherstone side was too good all season. I thought they had them coached, you know, and they were just building and building and building to this grand final. But to stick in a game, to be 22-4 down, and then drag yourself back into the game, and Featherstone at that time, they'll be fighting. They'll be thinking, we need to do something about this. But the momentum started going with Halifax, and in the end, that man there with the coolest head on the field. Everybody thought it'd be going to Graham Holroyd, and he stepped up, and it's a pressure play, and he came up with the goods. So well done to him, and well done to the Halifax side. They've had tough times on and off the field, but they've done very well tonight.
Yes, they have, and they're putting their home jerseys on to go up and receive the trophy. And it's a sad day for Featherstone Rovers. They finished top of the table, and they beat this Halifax team, Terry, out of sight during the course of the season, but on the day, on grand final day, Halifax came up with the goods.
Well, again, that's the one. Beat them 3 times, and they put them to the cleaners in some of the games. In the semi-final, leading to get into the final, they were absolutely fantastic, Featherstone. But Halifax, what character in that team to come back from 22 points to 4 down?
Well, there we are. That's the thing that they've all been wanting. Halifax are the championship winners of 2010, just picking the trophy up from Liz Maitkin, the head of sponsorship at the Co-op Group, and Bev Risman, the president of the Rugby League, there as well. But the Halifax fans, who had to change ends and move from one end of the pitch to the other because of the fire underneath the stand here, the minor fire that led to the evacuation of the stands, those Halifax supporters, well, they conducted themselves with dignity, and they went from one end of the field to the other, and the Rugby League thanks them for their patience and for their good conduct. Apparently the problem was they think a cigarette butt was thrown to the floor, and this is a non-smoking stadium, I think I'm right in saying. So somebody was smoking who shouldn't have been.
I hope it wasn't me dad. But let's give credit to both sets of players. 2.5 hours, they had to keep the focus.
Yes.
They were playing in a final. The game got disrupted. They had to take a break for 30, 40 minutes, and they've still come out in the second half and put on a show like they did.
Great moment for David Larder, wasn't it, when he received the trophy?
He was very good, Rob Warranty. I thought he had a strong game. He returned the ball well. And obviously we saw his try was the only thing they had to show for a long period of this game. His individual effort, length of the field.
Great moments. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's Super League Grand Final, Championship, Championship 1, Championship, Conference National, or whatever it is. If you win a trophy at the end of the campaign, well, you've had a great season, haven't you? No matter what happens.
Oh, absolutely. Challenge Cup aside, this is all these guys could play for.
Exactly.
This is the pinnacle of their season.
And this team, early on in the year, they didn't even qualify for the later stage of the Northern Rail Cup. Like the way that they were playing, it wasn't the best, but they've come back and they turned it around. They were been absolutely fantastic. To get this result against Featherstone